Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out The Last Doge. Now, typically, I like to see how high it is on the popularity charts, but I lost track at 153, so we're just going to cheat. And so it's very low on the popularity chart. So The Last Doge... You're not even gonna pop up when I say Doge? You kidding me right now? Wow, tell me Kickstarter doesn't have their foot on the scale sometimes. Like, okay, well, I'm looking at the wrong thing. The Last Doge. Oh, it got canceled. It just got canceled. Canceled on February 9th. Well, I guess where this has turned into a Kickstarter autopsy, which sometimes we do from time to time. I scheduled this in advance. I had to push it back last week because I had a vasectomy, and so I was just not feeling up to some stuff. So. $21,000 was the goal. They raised $15,000, 193 backers. So let's look at the main image. The Last Doge. Centuries after the fall of our civilization, a few rare humans tried to find a lost treasure in a dried up Venice. So nothing but theme. I'm immediately turned off. I don't know the mechanisms. I don't know the player count. I don't know the time length. I don't know the age on this one. I don't know anything about the game aside from it's got like standees and cards and stuff. So there's a really heavy reliance on the steampunk, and then the fortunate or unfortunate name, I guess you could argue, of having Doge in there just makes it immediately sound like maybe it's something about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, because Doge is a very popular one. But anywho, I'd like to know a lot more at the main image. Let's take a look at the video. As always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. Wow, so France, this is the third project from France I have checked out in the last 2 weeks. Yesterday's one was, Orquest was, this one was, France coming up big, loving it.
In the not-so-distant future, humanity has come close to extinction.
I'd like subtitles, but I can hear what it's saying.
Ecological disasters and incessant wars have caused it to regress to nearly medieval levels.
Theme, artwork, okay.
Nature has reclaimed its rights, invading the world that was, the remains of which are barely visible under the overgrowth. One of the great cities of old, Venice, is the focus of much interest. For eons, it was inaccessible, almost entirely submerged under
numbers,
waters,
okay,
teeming with predators.
Numbers
but
and art.
Not long ago, the sea level began to drop, revealing ancient ruins just waiting to be explored.
Oh, this is the
Several
ruins
tribes
from the
have
water
sent
going
their
down.
best
Got it.
trackers, following rumors of a mythical treasure and numerous artifacts from the past. But the city holds many threats. In The Last Doge, you play as the champion of one of the 5 tribes living on the outskirts of the city, each with a good reason for wanting to explore the ruins and find the treasure. During your turn, there are 2 steps you can take in any order. On the one hand, you can explore the city by looking at 2 tiles, moving to one, and revealing the other. Or
here we go. This is what I want to see.
new action cards.
Ooh,
And
what does that mean? Oh,
you can play these cards to activate a variety of effects.
I like how there's enough time to read them. Choose an opponent who closes their eyes, flip one area on the hit. Okay, so almost read them. Draw 3 cards, the other players draw 1 card, flip 1 revealed.
As the game progresses and tiles are revealed, you will learn more and more.
You know what? This is what I do here. I feel like that one, I wish they would have given me either a second more to look at those cards or 2 seconds less to look at those cards, because I couldn't quite read them all, but I could get like 70% of the way through, and I almost find that more annoying than anything.
Information about the city.
Maybe that's just
which
me.
Will eventually allow you to guess or deduce the location of the legendary hidden treasure.
Okay, deduction, cool.
This will not be easy, but you can also win the game by bringing back artifacts from ancient times. Or
nice.
Simply
alternate win
getting
conditions.
in the way
Love
of
it.
the other champions. To win, you must be the player with the most trophies at the end of the game.
Okay. Coins or trophies? Okay.
But also survive long enough to escape the wrath of the city's dreadful guardian.
Scorpion.
The last Doge.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Ooh, box looks reasonably sized. Looks like a Ticket to Ride S-size box, or maybe a smaller one. 2 to 5. There we go. 14 plus, 30 to 45 minutes to play. That's what I like to see. Don't Panic Games. I know they've made stuff that I think I've liked and played before. I would mention that potentially on the marquee. And maybe that's, yeah. Or maybe it's just because I made this video. Well, we'll get down here when we check it out. So after the video, do I want it? Yeah, I'm intrigued. It looks interesting. 2 to 5 players, 30 to 45 minutes. That sounds like a great one to get to my game night. You know, it's not going to take up the whole night, but it's the kind of one where you're like, yeah, well, you want to run that back? We enjoy it so much. So solid. I think the first minute of that video really could have been just not.
For Eon.
Like, not. Like, we're good. But once we got into it, that looked like a pretty cool game. Don't Panic Games is a French game company made out of a small but extremely passionate team of mostly veterans from the gaming and entertainment industry. They did Drakeries, the miniatures game. So no, I'm thinking of a different company. Never mind. I take back that. I thought I knew them. I'm thinking of something else because I don't know anything about Drakeries, the miniatures game, but we always want to check to make sure people got their stuff. 6,000 comments. That's some great engagement here. All right, let's make sure people got their stuff. French first, English below. Now what next? Half done. What about the rest? Oh, European backers got their stuff in 2017. So yeah, this is out. People got their stuff. There'd be a flaming dumpster fire here, which you never know. You can't assume. Hi, I finally opened my set to play and saw that I didn't get any of the promo cards for the promo miniatures in the bag. Are they still available? Merci. About 4 years ago. Apologies to Don't Panic Games. The missing box of goods was found has been sent late. So it doesn't look like they're the greatest on customer service here. But like I said, people got their stuff. 4 years ago, there's still not people, you know, throwing dirty laundry in the air. So cool. Can you do it? Yeah. I have no reason to believe you can't there. An adventure in a post-apocalyptic Venice, the last Doge, a not-so-distant future. Oh, it's got minis. What? You didn't show me minis, did you? I don't feel like I saw minis at any point in that video, which I feel like is definitely a misstep. If you got minis, at the bare minimum, show the minis. In fact, you show the standees here. Nobody gets... Well, I don't feel like most people get excited about the standees. I feel like there's a reason most people show the miniatures over the standees. So I feel like that's an interesting choice. Ooh, that looks like a nice card. All right, stuff, things, 45 minutes. A quick 45-minute game, 2 to 5. Centuries after the key features stuff. How to play. Is there a video? Hopefully there's a video. Good. This is all good stuff. I just, here we go. Download the rule booklet. And I'm going through this a little bit quicker than I normally would just because it is the autopsy. 30 euros. So immediately I say to myself, that needs to be on the marquee. Nobody even thinks twice about 30 bucks. Nothing you have on here is even close to as good as 30 euros, I don't think. The artwork, the name, the now live, the stuff on the board, all that. I feel like 30 bucks, 30 euros, it's a great price. I wouldn't even think twice about that. 5 player blades, 5 player pawns. Doge was the name of the highest official of the Republic of Venice, hence the name is often translated as Duke. Okay. The Doge pledges, so the same as the Inezi Plus. So I do like this, as this is a nice clean pledge area here. One exclusive collector's case. So you get the box. What's the other box look like? I think the other box looks cooler. Okay. I mean, at least they did the side. At least they did the side. Some companies don't do the sides. So it's like, really? So it's got minis and stretch goals. Does the other one not have stretch goals? Is that the game we're playing here? Ooh, did we run into an issue where too many people were buying the $30 and not enough people were buying the $60? Because that is Bauer's Law. I always say, just by the Kickstarters that I check out every single day, and I do this all the time. I've done like 600 plus Kickstarter critiques. It's ridiculous. Your most popular pledge level should be your big one, your fancy one, your deluxe one, because the majority of the time that is what Kickstarter backers want to back. Doesn't matter what kind of project it is, that's typically the norm. And I just don't feel like 30 bucks for a box I'm not the biggest fan of, 5 minis, and then the stretch goals, and then if you're not hitting stretch goals, you're not crushing them, this becomes a lot less appealing. Considering I don't have any skin in the game about these 5 characters, you know? They're just characters. I'd also zoom in on these maybe a little bit more. I'd like to know the size of them as well. Millimeters, inches, that'd be great. All-in pledge. Same as the Doge, plus all future add-ons for free. Ugh. So you have a big game in mind, and you're going to a la carte me it. You weren't willing to just have a $100 game with one clear pledge level. We got to do this shenanigans. Why is this for the first 200 backers only? What? What the hell? Why? What sense is it? Are you losing that much money on this pledge? Because I can't imagine that's the case. You know, if you're hitting 200 of this, you know, it's why not go? This is boggling to me. The Incessant pledge is the entry point to this campaign. With the budget pledge, you'll get one copy of the retail version of the game. This means hours of exciting games in a post-apocalyptic Venice. We got $180 for the retailers. They get the fancy, which I don't feel like looks as good as the regular. Does it even have the time length, the age, and the play count on that? Like, what, a game store is supposed to put this out there without any of that information? Hopefully it's on the back of it. But this looks like they just went straight black minimalist. Hey, look how cool we are. And as a game store owner, you know, I don't know how I feel about that. Because I don't feel like there's going to be enough buzz around this game. Like Frosthaven maybe pulls that off. You know, I like some big stuff like that. The next CMON thing, yeah. But this is your first game. Before this, you were just doing minis. Add-ons, playmat, $20, included in the all-in. Okay, so now we do have the add-ons, so this is... Then why don't you have this in the $100 pledge level? You know what's super unimpressive? Nothing at all, which is what you showed me here. So, in fact, I'm getting minis, so $30 base game, $60 the minis, the fancy box, and then we got the playmats. Right now, there is literally zero reason to buy your $100 pledge level. Because I could buy everything for $80. So that's not good. Yeah, that's definitely the opposite of good. And you're playing chicken there. Just hoping that you're going to be able to hit your stretch goals and unlock these add-ons and make it look impressive. And the market just slammed that back in your face. So definitely I think retooling it was a good call, pulling the plugs, seeing what kind of excitement would generate with buzz. Hopefully you didn't just abruptly pull the plug, but instead talk to your audience and say, hey, you know, this is what's going to happen. Hopefully there was a nice, well thought out update we're going to get into here. 22,000, 24,000. So yeah, we had micro stretch goals planned. So it's boom, boom, boom. We're going to have a whole bunch of cool stuff. I do like these stretch goals, a new action card, 3 new action cards, a new district card with special rules, a new artifact card. This is fantastic. I actually love this stretch goal thing with that little description. So now we got the tribes, so now we're just talking about stuff. I don't feel like this is more important than shipping. But art, stuff, theme, get it, got it. Oh yeah, let's go check out here. So this is where it is. 24 people sitting on the fence. 26 people wanted the original game. 60 people wanted the fancy box, and then 105 people wanted the all-in. So it still was the majority of the people. So Kickstarter, Bauer's Law was once again proven that this is the majority that people want. So despite the fact that this pledge level is actually more expensive currently than the other pledge level, this is still the most popular pledge level because that's how people shop on Kickstarter. I keep telling it. But, anywho, we got some videos. No quotes from the videos. That's rough. I don't like it. Oh, wait, the quote's in here. So this is a TikTok or something? We've got it. Okay. It's a long quote. The last Doge, so we're in a labyrinth world of post-apocalyptic Venice. Hunting, this is theme. The game is a simple, light, yet strategic memory game. Like Paris. Oh, it's a memory game. Did you mention that earlier? Once again, this is why we mention mechanics on the marquee. Not my language. Not my language. Okay. Not my language. So, I would still get quotes from whatever language that is. Pop them in there. I'm going to guess it's French. Shipping policy. We'll be charging shipping. Do we have a picture? No picture, so you make me read. All right. We'll be charging shipping after the campaign ends, and everything will be managed through our pledge manager. Shipping will proceed for our partners. I just want the price. Oh, here it is. Oh, ugly. Between 10 and 20 euros. So they do give me a range. I do appreciate that. So I'm looking at $40. Here's a chart. This isn't a chart. of shipping. Please acknowledge that these are just estimates, that they may be subject to change. And so, once again, I hate this because you don't have one pledge level. You have 3 pledge levels. And all these pledge levels have people in them. And all these people would probably like to know what their shipping is. Now, I understand that especially the $100 pledge level is going to be a little bit weird and wonky because you might add more stuff. I get that. But the other ones, like, is that my shipping? And of course, you're not going to answer in the FAQ because there's no questions. No one has any questions at all. None. So the game goes to a $40 game, which is still not terrible once again. I don't feel like we're out of the realm of possibility of people saying, all right, I'll take a stab on this, because this definitely feels like one of those games that you might see only one print run of. Looks like a unique game. I lean into that memory aspect. When I see a memory game, I'm not thinking I see this much meat and chunkiness going on in this game. Looks like a fun little 45-minute game. You got a rule booklet here I can check out. Hopefully we got components set up. Beautiful. Straight to it. Pictures, illustrations, examples, short and sweet. That looks like a rock solid. Okay, tell me you use the back of the rule booklet well. No, I'd put some good stuff here. But yeah, it looks like a really rock solid rule booklet there. Great price. Good rule booklet. Shipping's but it's not out. It's not a deal breaker. Project is canceled yesterday. The last Doge will be back. So, playing with minis. So 3 comments, 0 comments, 4 comments. Let's check out the most engaging one. We thank you all for your very strongly supported The Last Doge, a unique game by its original gameplay and its post-apocalyptic universe in Venice. You still cannot stop talking about your damn theme. This is the updates. This is like when you're like, all right, you're at home now. You can take off the mask. All right, we get it. I'm here. I'm reading your update. After a week of campaigning on Kickstarter, I believe we can safely say the following. You enjoy the game concept and art. We saw that many of you consulted the different pages, and the feedback we've had were always positive and curious. There's no greater reward for board game publishers. However, unfortunately, the curiosity does not translate into pledges for this campaign, as you do not find the additional offers to be interesting enough. The Last Doge was initially conceived for a retail release. We were so happy with the development of the game that we nevertheless decided to create the campaign for an AUG. That's the other thing, too. That does definitely concern me on the can you do it, and because the fact is, this would be one of those campaigns where I am very, very skeptical if it creeps over the finish line, because they're not making one product. They are making quite a few. We're making the deluxe box, we're making the minis, we're making the base game, we're making a playmat, we're making any other potential add-ons that are going to be added on in the future, and that's when I get a little bit more concerned. So I'm excited to see how they relaunch with this one. We apologize once again for not being up to everyone's expectations. We were counting all of you to follow the Adventures Last Doge, so yeah, we're just hoping you do it. Stay tuned. Well, why don't you ask them for their feedback? I'm sure the people can say, yeah, I mean, I supported it. So maybe say, what caused you to support this? What are some things that you think might be reasons that other people won't support it? Because let me tell you, you ask people, there's a lot of people who'll tell you. They'll tell you. So I saw your project at the Essen Games Fair. The art fascinated me. There was not enough information about the game itself, and no little giveaway, early bird discount, nothing to capture lasting interest. In the pictures of the game, it looked like a children's game, some kind of memory, as we call it in German. Not so appealing. The presentation could have been better. I pledged with the all-in add-ons. Which add-ons? This was not specific enough, and you have had difficulties to arouse the attention of internal influence. This is very sad, because I think I would have liked the game. Hope you could manage a retail version or better Kickstarter campaign. Or a better Kickstarter campaign. Yeah. Ooh, that one feels like a little bit of just a turn of it. Like just a little turn of the knife. Just a little. I don't disagree. I agree with what Stefan said in his last paragraph regarding pledging all in with the add-ons. I also pledged all in, but it wasn't clear how the add-ons would be unlocked as they are separate from the stretch goals. I had to personally contact you regarding the issue, which you replied back saying that it would either be added by you or when certain stretch goals were unlocked. In the future, I think being more clear regarding how... So literally, what I just said, reach out to them and they will tell you. And then if you do that, you look good. You look like you're listening. Whereas if you make them go to here and then you don't respond to them... Now, I know it was one day ago. I get it. But you got 17 grand here, right? 15 grand? That's a nice little launch pad right there. That's a nice little runway. You take their advice, you retool this thing. This is definitely a game that could get made, especially if you streamline that. Like, I think your best asset was 30 euros. Just period. Like, let me know in the comments below. Think of everything of this game. The theme, the art, the gameplay, the graphics, whatever you want to talk about. What's the most appealing overall thing? I think it undoubtedly is that price. And I feel like that needs to be spotlighted. I feel that you mentioned it's a memory game, like a really unique memory game, because if that's what it is. Alternate win conditions, I feel like there's some things that we could be mentioned. I feel like we stopped focusing so much on your theme. I know you love it a lot, but it's like there's a lot of theme on a lot of other Kickstarters that have sucked. So I'd much rather see, how the potatoes get made. That's not an expression. But then the last thing that comes to mind, is there a gameplay video? I saw those videos and they were all in French. So what is this? This is a
has some elements.
Okay, so this is like someone covering Essener of coverage like that. So this is more like a preview type of thing. Okay. Was this actually a video? That's not. Okay. Last Doge and unboxing. Is there just a gameplay? I don't think there's just a gameplay. So that's disappointing. Like, why is there no gameplay? Like, you got influencers who have this in their hands. You have a camera phone. I'm assuming. I don't feel like many Amish people are launching Kickstarters here. Get me a gameplay video. Bare minimum. I gotta have that. I get some pull some quotes from those videos. So final grade for this one, The Last Doge. Do I want it? It looks interesting. It looks interesting. The price is right. The price is right. You're looking around 40, 50 euros. That's very reasonable. I think it's a larger game. I think it's about a Ticket to Ride size game. Maybe it's in one of these videos or something like that. But yeah, value is not the issue here. Do I want it? Yeah, I think you've done enough. Can you do it? That's where I get a little concerned, you know? And here's the thing. $21,000 funding goal, that might be a realistic goal for what they're trying to go for. But I feel like that undoubtedly is a huge barrier here. And I know what you. This is the big bugaboo, because obviously people we hate it. We hate it when they put these artificial numbers up here and they don't mean anything. But at the same time, like, you say to yourself, hey, let's say that their funding goal is $10,000, and now they're hitting stretch goals, and now they can promote that they're hitting stretch goals, and there's some excitement, and people are starting to answer questions. And instead of being completely dejected by this project, you know, the creator is listening to what the people have to say and improving the project, and maybe it hits the right eyes, because I don't know where it was rated on the popularity chart before. I think it was in the 20s, 30s, 40s, but that was when Kickstarter was like really dead. It picked up a whole bunch this Tuesday. But at the end of the day, it's not, I just, nothing about it really wowed me. And the one thing that wowed me, the 30 euros, like, there's a pledge level that literally makes 0 sense to buy it, except for, yeah, I'm hoping that my support, the extra 20 bucks, it's just rough. Yeah, I'm going to go with a D. Is it a D? I want to check out the community real quick. They rock in France. 20 backers. Very respectable. Yeah, just no interest in the United States of America. Yeah, I'm going with a D. It's just, I feel like this one definitely with a retool, with a more clear vision, maybe a bit of streamlining. Either keep the minis or get rid of the minis. But make it just one or the other. I feel like this would be a great $30 one. Like, 30 bucks gets you that, and then maybe at 30 bucks, if you just market this completely as a 30-buck game, then you could start getting so many people at the $30 pledge level that you just have to the demand from your previous Kickstarter backers who love their minis has includes this deluxe box. That definitely feels like a halfway through your Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, and if you're interested, but I don't know. I'm going with a D. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade for The Last Doge. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, as I'm trying to reach 17,000 subscribers this year to make 2023 my biggest year ever. And as always, bye-bye.